Hello, lovelies. Collective energy message from the fairies this morning was the Tower. This could have come as a surprise, or it might have been something that was initiated internally due to foundations not being solid or not rooted in trust, authenticity, etc. So the lightning strikes and it just brings it down to the ground, and we seem to be having the Tower more and more often as new revelations come about ourselves or about situations around us. Along with the Tower came moderation, and again this speaks of it talks about, in the picture here, it's about food, but it could be moderation in anything. So it could be things that we know we shouldn't be doing. Maybe we've had a revelation around habits that we've been doing too much of, and that's what caused the Tower to come in and go down to ground zero, basically, to then rebuild. But yeah, this says, is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthfully, although fairies say a little bit of what you fancy is fine. But like I said, this doesn't necessarily have to be about food. It's very green, so it can represent the heart chakra as well. The other card we got was kindness. And as you can see here, he's like the tree man, giving and receiving. Now, that needs to be an equal balance. Where there isn't equal balance, or we're having too much of something or giving too much of something, the Tower can come in, you know, just to recalibrate, to make sure that it's, but this is kindness. So that, again, that's around the heart chakra. And then we had control. Now this is a number 10, and also 37, kindness, adds up to number 10 as well. So 2 10s is a closing out of a cycle, which again would bring the Tower in. But control. Now this can be, I mean, as you can see by the card, she's flying high above in the shape of an eagle, having 20/20 vision is what I get from this. Being able to see things from a higher perspective, looking down on situations and taking control of situations that aren't serving, or letting go of control. So what we're going to do is go a little bit deeper into the cards and see how that plays out. At the bottom of the deck here, we had hidden depths. Again, we had this yesterday or the day before with the Hermit. So something's come to light. It might be something that we didn't understand about ourselves that's come to the surface. And again, when these hidden depths come to the surface, we have to recalibrate the way we were, or the way we used to do things, or situations, places around us. It will internally cause a Tower moment, a destruction, or what feels like destruction of a foundation that wasn't serving us. And so something is hidden, is about to come to light, perhaps a secret or memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. So that was bottom of the deck. And we also had the Knave of Cups. Now this Knave of Cups is to do with emotions again, but it's something new. It could be messages coming in, something that we didn't know before, a romantic gesture, or something creative has been brought to light. But it's definitely in its infancy. And then the other card we had was triggers. And I've looked at this quite a few times, and it could have been something that triggered us into having this tower moment come through. And as you can see, all the pictures in the triggers, and I've always said these bubbles are like thoughts or memories. These all seem to be quite happy. So it could be something the knave has brought through that has triggered happy memories, which has also caused us to look at our foundations, see what's serving and what isn't, and start from scratch. But we're going to go a bit deeper on these. Funny camera angle today. So we've got moderation, the tower, kindness and control. Let's have a look. Give us a bit more on the tower. What caused the tower? Oh, the King of Cups. So the King of Cups can be a man, very romantic. He doesn't, as you can see by his face, he doesn't respond. He's very thoughtful. He keeps his cards to his chest, which we may have had to have done. We may have had to have embraced the divine masculine King of Cups in order to look around and see what's going on, like from a different perspective, looking down. But he doesn't rush in. He's very creative, very romantic. Sometimes you need to kick up the arse to get things going. But like I said, as you can see from his face, he's just almost like poker faced, watching things play out. But it could also represent a male. But that energy could have changed things slightly. What else have we got? So it could have been news from a King of Cups. Maybe something that, you know, has been revealed from before. The Knight of Pentacles, slow, steady progress moving forward. The Knight doesn't rush in. Again, he takes his time, but it's an offer. It could be a business offer, but it's going at a steady pace, trustworthy, not rushing into anything. Six of Wands. Again, we had this the other day. This is the victory march, triumph, success. Holding that dragon above his head, knowing that we're going out on a new journey, the beginning of something. Excitement. They're very excited about this. They've got to make plans. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. So whatever it is that has brought the Tower about, something to celebrate. And the Knave of Swords. So this can be a new idea. It's about free falling. As you can see, she's just jumping in. She doesn't know where she's going to land or whether she's going to land on her feet, but she's going to do it anyway. it could be a new mental way of thinking. It's having that inspiration to just go for it. Taking control. 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Let's have a look. Anything else on the Tower? So the 8 of Swords, yeah, the 8 of Swords is feeling stuck, entrapment, but it's mental entrapment. It's a way of thinking that causes us limitations, but it feels like the Tower has come in and broken this. Again, these are thoughts. So we go from the 8 to the Knave, taking control, seeing things differently, but maybe internally thinking about things differently, doing it in moderation, but having kindness for oneself at the same time. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Cups. This, I love this card. So this is, I'm not satisfied with what's, you know, going on around me. I'm going to jump on my dragonfly and go. And this could, or probably more or less, brought the Tower in. Just not satisfied with the foundations of the situations or job or emotional commitments around, and taking control. See the way they're both flying? Taking control of the situation. Cutting ties, saying, no, that's not good enough, I'm off. Right, I'm going to get the Druid. Oh, I thought they were there, they're not. Oh, they are. I'm tidying up. Oh, let's have a look and see what the Druid Craft Tarot have got to say. We might get some more in-depth around this, but it's definitely 6 of Wands moving forward, but not rushing. The Knight of Pentacles is trustworthy. He does what he says on the tin, and in moderation. And the 6 of Wands is a victory march. So it's like, I've learnt this lesson. 10 and 10 is normally the closing out. It's the judgment call of a long lesson that we've just completed, ready to move on to the next level. And you know, whenever there's been a closing out or the lesson has been learned, we go through a Tower moment. Now we've got the Prince of Cups again, is where was he? Oh, bottom of the deck, right? So the Prince of Cups, he's coming in with an offer. He's holding his cup out. We have to decide whether that cup is going to be fulfilling enough to us. Now I can see in the background there's a new moon. So we've just had the full moon. This could be coming in. It could be in a creative idea. It could be romance. But he's holding out his cup. He's offering something. We don't necessarily have to take it, but it's just yeah, that's the new moon. He's just you know, saying, I've got something here. It could be something that we've actually found, hidden depths in ourselves. So it could be a creative idea, or an actual person coming in with an offer. So we had the King of Cups as well, and we've got the King of Wands. He's a magnificent manifester. He's he's got fiery energy. He wants to get things done. So it could be business. We could be looking at a new business venture here. Let's go a bit deeper. We'll put him there. So we've got the King of Cups, the Prince of Cups, and the King of Wands. We could also, and the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Now she is fully in her intuition. She draws the energy of the moon into her cup. She listens to her dreams. She takes inspiration. She's very creative. It could be that we're being asked to move into a more divine masculine energy in order to create these new foundations after the Tower. But balancing the King with the Queen of Cups. Knowing when to, I mean, that's the thing as well, just as I said, balance, the Two of Pentacles falls out. Oh, so when we get on to moderation, it's balancing, juggling, if you like, two concepts, two ideas. But one could be, you know, material, and the other one could be emotional. But it's getting that balance right, and that fell out on moderation. So it's about getting the balance between what we're doing, you know, socially, if you like, and work, or trying to juggle too much. So, and again, that fell out on the Eight of Swords. So maybe it's freedom from this trying to juggle too much. But it fell out when I said balance. So I think it's about harmonizing, getting things in moderation. We also have the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles is saving up, you know, not being too frivolous with our money, putting some aside. It's not quite having enough to share, and it could be withholding money, affection. As you can see, he's got the chest there and he's locking it up. He's not in a place at this present time to be able to give out freely. And maybe that is where the control came in as well. Let's keep going. The Six of Wands also fell out on top, well, bottom of the deck, with the Six of Wands here. Like I say, it's a march, it's a triumph. They're celebrating, moving forward fiercely. Four of Pentacles under the Knight of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. So again, this is generational wealth. It's abundance coming in. We've had two tens. So maybe it is just this Four of Pentacles is just this uneasiness of wondering, have I got enough to share at the moment? Slowly get my voice back. Ooh. And the Eight of Cups, again, walking away from that which no longer serves us, taking a new direction. So that's just to confirm the other Eight of Cups that we had. Oh, they're all... So we've got the Prince of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Again, these are just coming in to confirm that this is slow and steady progress, moving forward, trustworthy. I think that's what is coming through, is that the Tower comes in when there's not foundations of trust or security. This Prince he does what he says on the tin. So it could be just a reminder to take things slowly and in moderation. And then we have the Four of Wands. So again, the Four of Wands is about building a secure foundation. As you can see, the wands are all surrounded by the fire. The fire represents the hearth, the home. This could be outwardly or it could be inwardly. When I was homeless, I had this real strong message from my generational grandparents. They all came to me one night and showed me that home is something that's inside of us. And each one came forward and let me feel what their home felt like. This fire represents our heart space inside of us, but it's a solid foundation. The Four of Wands can also represent partnerships, twin flames, soulmates, but it is a solid foundation. And this is what possibly wasn't there previously with the tower, and that's why it's come down. I mean, the tree, almost, it looks like a house, and the lightning has struck. It's going to burn it down to the ground so that we can recreate and maybe weigh up what's important. So that we can, you know, pass this knowledge on, because the Ten of Pentacles doesn't necessarily just mean financial security. It can mean marriage and things like that, but it's also knowledge. It's the legacies that we pass down to our children, to our grandchildren. And we do need to take, you know, control of that, so that, you know, they're not influenced by said structures in place at the minute. King of Swords and the High Priestess. So the King of Swords, the King of Swords doesn't have a problem saying what he thinks. He's very articulate, and he doesn't, you know, he's not controlled by his emotions. He sees it, says it, and he hasn't got a problem delivering it. Very much like the Queen of Swords. He knows when to cut his ties and go. So there's a lot of masculine energy coming through here, which is possibly what's needed in order to get these foundations secured. And then we have the High Priestess. Now, she sees without knowing. She tunes in, she's into her third eye and listens to her dreams. And you can't get anything past the High Priestess. In any scenario, before, she'll know what's going to happen before it's happened. But she's drawing down again. We've got this new moon, so this could be a sign. Actually, the new moon's in quite a lot of them. We've got it there. We've got it there. So this is anything that could be coming around between now and the next new moon. And then again, oh, actually, I'm not sure. Is that, we've got the Ace of Cups. This is, my cup is overflowing. I fill my own cup. I fall in love with life itself. It could be romance. but it's not looking for anything outside of ourselves. It's finding the magic in everyday things, filling one's own cup, moving away from the wounded warrior, away from blame, away from finger pointing. Let's get the my labyrinth fairies, we call them. So yeah, 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands. So whatever it is, it's done, it's dusted, and there was, you know, triumph behind it, victory. I've closed this out. I'm moving forward. I'm now going to create a solid foundation within myself. Even if we are physically looking for a new home, we have to do the work on the inside to manifest it on the outside. Oh, I know what that one is. Oh, oh. Turin La Homme the Poet. So again, that is about writing, being creative. He talks of ventures, and he loves to write about his adventures. You know, he has to go on those adventures first. Let's have a look what jumped out. So the first one that jumped out was Faf the Footster. This is to do with being grounded. I know that much. And it could be that we've got news coming in. Being real, earthing, grounding, and centering. So again, 4 of Wands. And the Knight of Pentacles. Right, a quick fairy tip for earthing. Stroke your feet gently with both hands, each one for 5 minutes. You can also check for holes in your socks whilst doing this. Paint your toenails bright red. Then your toes say a cheery, or should be that cherry, higher to you when you look at them. And this reminds you to keep them on the ground. Even when you can't see them, it will probably still remind you, especially if you're a man. Breathe, ground, center. Maintain sanity by staying earthed. Do this now. Important information is coming in your way, but you can only receive it properly if your feet are on terra firma and your head is well connected to the rest of your body. So yeah, there's definitely news coming in. But I think it's going to be, you know, slow, steady, or something that has something that has been, you know, always coming in, but at a slow and steady pace. What's this one? Oh, this is the Soul Shrinker again. So this reminds us to, I'm going to read it, 55. Again, that's a 10. That's closing out. Closing out of a cycle. Cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, and blessings. Critical and malicious thoughts and words are having a detrimental effect on the situation and the people involved in it. Steps need to be taken to banish this curse energy through love and compassion, which is the kindness card. or at the very least through forgiveness and a refusal to accept the curse. Understanding the implications of this transformation and behaviour and feelings involved is a major and often very difficult step in human spiritual development. One of the things usually involved here is taking responsibility for ourselves and our own feelings rather than blaming others for the way that we are. Another part of this process is to learn to be compassionate towards ourselves. If we can do that, it's much easier not to be horrible to and about others. This doesn't mean we are supposed to be all sweetness and light all the time. Constructive criticism, given compassionately, is part of being real, and reality is a good thing to be in touch with. So I'm feeling that this has come through, especially in alignment with kindness after the destruction of the tower. It's a reminder, like I say, not playing the blame game, but just moving on with the Eight of Cups. Cool, blimey, loads. Right, let's have a look. So we have next Latin the Sphinx. That's a beautiful card. Don't know what's around her. What we see here is mental quickness, adaptability and enthusiasm. Ideas and opinions abound. A few are brilliant, but others vary from mediocre to downright silly. Be selective. Moderation. Mental and psychic abilities may be awakening. Independent thinking is in operation, which is what I was saying about the Ten of Pentacles. It's something that we need to pass down, independent thinking. New ideas, new versions of old ideas are creating an exciting, effervescent atmosphere. Avoid excess and extremes. Moderation. Minds may change often as new ideas and new ways of seeing bubble up to the surface. Out of conflict and confusion, resolved by goodwill and clear thinking, a new and better understanding may come. How beautiful is that, especially with everything that we've been given here. 65, the feline. Getting it right, delayed completions and tidying up loose ends. Ooh. So yeah, the feline looks out of this card accusingly, reminding us of things undone, promises unkept and duties unfulfilled. He says that we can't expect to have things go right when we are trailing so much unfinished business behind us. Dragging that stuff around tires us. It uses up energy that we need for other things. If we would just take care of these things that cause us so much mental and sometimes physical clutter, we would suddenly find we have a lot more energy at our disposal to do the things we really want to do. And probably much more cooperation from others. He especially suggests we take care of the little things that matter to others. We will feel so much better when we have done that, and so will he. Tying up loose friends. The friends. I love this one. There we go. Sorry, I got carried away. Friendly cooperation with others is necessary to reach mutual goals. Willingness to give and receive assistance and support is also required. So that goes in line with kindness. Ask friends for help and suggestions. Listen with respect and accept gifts willingly offered. Unconditional receiving is even more difficult than unconditional giving. 4 feet are more stable than 2. Alternatively, fair enough and locum may be saying that you will benefit at this time from offering support and aid to a friend. Look around you. Someone you love may be needing your help, and you're too bound up by fear of rejection or pride to ask. Volunteer your help to friends and give unconditionally from a generous, loving heart. It will do you good, increasing your store credit for help in time of need, and it might even help them. I love the fact that they're flying. He's carrying him all in one hand. But again, it's finding that balance. And the Four of Pentacles earlier suggests that we're not feeling like we're quite there yet, or we might be holding back from doing that through fear of. And then we have the Oak Men. Oh, this card depicts the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by superficial glance and hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oak Men tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of the matter and see past the superficialities of the surface. Consider the history of the situation in depth and learn from the past. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both those available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this matter, it would be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and studying of the situation. Consider motives in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The Oak Men tell us that haste may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest we might learn a lot from the trees. Consider the trees and their wisdom, connect with the wise old one, and ask for help. So that's the slow, steady pace of the Knight of Pentacles. He doesn't rush in. He's trustworthy in making decisions. But he's also, you know, also the King of Swords. No messing about. We want straight, direct, you know. No umming and ahhing. Beautiful. And the High Priestess energy, using your third eye to, you know, have eagle vision is what she's got. 20/20 vision. To be able to see things from all directions. I'm going to close with a rose. But moving forward nicely with the Six of Wands, a triumphant march. Lesson learned, moving on to new waters, but stay grounded because there is information coming in. It may be in dreams, it may be, you may get signs from the universe. Yesterday, Sunday, I can't remember what day it is, I was digging outside and I found a little thing that had 22 on it. 22 is the number of balance, divine feminine. You know, little signs like that. This is information coming in. Ooh. We are nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, and living in connection. So again, feet firmly on the ground. Paint your toenails red. Oh, there's quite a few here. There's a lot coming out today. Release the petals. Transformation, death, rebirth, shedding, all change. So again, that's the Tower. Breaking down those old structures, foundations to create something new. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. Very much like the Ace of Cups, moving into the heart space. The Rose Garden, there's so many. innocence, forgiveness, be gentle with oneself. So this is, yeah, looking after oneself, filling one's own cup, but also moderation. Hidden in plain sight. Mysteries, learning and teaching. Looking out for the universal signs. But this is the hidden depths. This is where we're going. And then we have the Rose of Venus, alignment, flow, right relationship and harmony. I love you lots.